folks, my name is Dwemer, aka Fading Interest, and let's get started. This is the advanced version of the timed adventure door that I did previously. This version opens only once a day, unlike the previous version which opens twice a day. And I'm going to demonstrate this quickly. So right now everything opens and it lasts about 12 seconds and then it closes, and you'll see the repeater in the middle lights up. That's locking out the circuit so that the next time the pulse comes through it will not open the door. Previously I said it only opened in the evening. I monkeyed around with my timing, and now it only opens in the morning. Essentially, it only opens once. It just depends on when you set it. If you want it to open, and there you go. If you want it to open only in the morning or only in the evening, you just have to adjust the timing and sometimes weather, because weather affects daylight detectors, and these are powered off of daylight detectors. Weather will mess up your circuit, so keep that in mind. We'll wait for this to fade away. And I'm going to explain a few of the components of the advanced setup after I make it daytime. Okay. The two major advances that we're using on this version are a T-gate and a comparator. The TFlop Gate is a memory circuit. Essentially, it's a very simple one that uses one input, and that changes the state of a redstone power line feeding into the circuit. So when power hits it the first time, it turns on. When it hits it the second time, it turns off. And that's what I use to tell the circuit not to activate the second time. This is how you make one. I will link the video that I followed to learn the circuit in the comments below, or in the description. The key feature is a redstone torch leading to a redstone line surrounded by, and there are a number of ways you can do these, but I tend to like this version, 2 pistons. And you can see with the block of wool covering the torch, it's lighting up the redstone line. When the piston activates and slides the wool the other direction, the torch will be uncovered and this line will shut down. That is the essence of the switch. Okay. That's all it is to build the thing. I'll throw a button on there and demonstrate what it looks like. One input changes state from 0 to 1. The reason this is nice is that it will respond to redstone input, which is what I've done over here. Branching off of the AND gate, excuse me, and making sure that I don't get any bleed back on the power transmission. I want it in one direction. I've got a line running up into the circuitry of the TFlop, and then I've got it coming out. I throw it through a knot, put in a repeater, and run that into a comparator. Comparator is a new block in the Redstone update. It measures a redstone signal coming in to the back side of it versus a redstone signal coming in to one side of it, and that then leads to a signal passing through. For example, here we have a signal of 15 hitting the back, nothing coming in from the side. A signal of 15 is sent out the front. If I had a signal of 15 from this side, it still goes through because the signal from the side does not exceed the signal from the back. If the signal from the side exceeded the signal from the back, then no signal would be transmitted. And I've seen this most often with the daylight detectors when I monkey around with them. However, the really cool thing is that the comparator has a subtraction mode, which says in the event that A from the back is greater than B from the side, transmit the power but subtract the strength of the side signal. So in this case, because it's 15 and 15, when we go to subtraction mode, now it's 0, which is really cool because when we have a signal stored from a circuit that comes through, like the TFlop that we're going to plug into this, it says, okay, this circuit has been activated from the side once, therefore I want no signal to transfer through until the next time when that signal is deactivated and now comes through. To demonstrate how this looks over here, we've got the signal coming in from the AND gate, comes up the line, powers the flop, which triggers, sends a signal in, and the repeater here will be lit. So there will be a 15 strength signal coming in from the side. It's set on subtraction mode. You can tell because the front torch is lit. That's done with a right click, just like if you were adjusting your repeaters. See, we can turn that on and off. And the next time a signal comes through, right now the next time a signal comes through, it'll go through fine because there's nothing coming in from the side. However, this branch here is going to ensure that that'll only happen once, and then there'll be a signal coming from the side and nothing will get through and the door won't activate. All of this rolls into the reality that this door is only going to open once a day. And let's make sure that that is in fact the case. Alright, it's open. That'll last about 12 seconds. You can see a line going into the circuit, and now that repeater is lit from the side, so strength 15 with the subtraction circuit on, which means when we get into the evening time, the door should not open, and we'll see the original one in the back should open. There, and the back's open, and we're locked, safe, and closed. Okay, sorry about the jump there. I need to rehearse a little bit, or at least check my measurements. We're going to build the TFlop and the advanced section of this circuit now. Just to mark out where we are. There we go. This is the T gate, TFlop. It pops out, and we run it immediately into a NOT and immediately into a repeater, which is also going into a comparator set to subtraction mode. We want to make sure our signal is always going in the direction we want it. Let's finish this off. Okay, and then in order to run our there we go, and a little bit of wire. Excellent. that should be all we need for the gate. Let's test it to make sure it works. Alright, it's working in the morning. When it kicks on, we should see our circuit locked from the side. And we see it locked from the side. Let's forward to the evening. Yep, look at that in the background. The original door's open. Everything else is closed. And now it's closed. And my lights still work over there. Okay, cool. So that is some pretty fancy fancy stuff. I'm excited to see these sorts of doors and puzzle locks in adventure maps. Hopefully this has been useful for you and you've found it interesting. We'll see you next time. Thank you.